Thank you so much for taking time to come and meet with us, to both Calvin and Fred. Indeed it's a bloodbath, and if it is in any other country, people would jump up and down to resolve this crisis. I'm so pleased that First Nations-led initiative here, thinking big and bold, building 4 48-inch pipes to ship both LNG and bitumen, both upgraded and bitumen. That would solve not only our problems, but it will solve world problem in removing greenhouse gas emissions in Asia, particularly China, India, and Korea and Japan. So lots of demand there. Thanks for this initiative. But how practical is it? I mean, you being First Nations, you said you consulted all those people, including Elizabeth May. But, looking at the schedule of this project, even if we could build one pipe out of 4 in the next 3 years, it will be a great addition to the country's GDP. Have you done any consultations or collaborative discussions with the existing pipeline companies like TransCanada or Enbridge? Have they stepped up to help you?
We specifically want to avoid them because of their business model. And I'll ask Fred to speak more to that, but several, I can't mention who they are right now, but we'll be bringing whole teams over from various pipeline companies that will be joining Eagle Spirit. Some of the top people that are doing things in those companies right now. And maybe you can speak to that.
Yeah. These pipeline companies are the problem, not the solution. Their capital cost recovery is the more money you spend, the more money you make, and they hire accordingly. Confusion is money, that came out of one of the head guys in BD and Fleur. These projects, and we suffer from that culture. Our plan is to do as much as we can in-house, which is the old practice. We're going to have senior executives out of both TransCanada and Enbridge are ready to join us, and part of that's their frustration with not doing things logically as well. When you go through this presentation, you'll see some numbers on, savings that you can get from, executing the project. I'm a farmer, so I like common sense, 1 + 1 = 2 kind of deal. That isn't the way the industry is done right now. The more complicated you can make it, the more money you make. I'll leave that dissertation at that. You expedite the project, we'd put an LNG NGL line in first, right up to the Alberta border. We would keep that jurisdictionally within British Columbia, so we didn't have to deal with the NEB, and right now it's in flux. And we would probably, do an oil line in parallel. Like, we'll go after all 4 lines during our initial NEB, or not NEB, but our regulatory applications. We figure we can get that done in 2 years, and we can get construction done between 2 and 3 years. So 4 to 5 years, we'd be functional.